So that brings us to the letter which we're going to talk about today, Vav. Vav is an incredible letter. We are going to go in much more depth than we did in the Hebrew class on this letter because we didn't have time to really go through it. But Vav on the right is the Paleo Hebrew, and it is I know it looks like a slingshot, okay, but that's not what slingshot looks like in ancient Israel. It's a nail, okay. The ancient meaning of a Vav is a nail, and I'll go to that in just a moment. But before we do, I want to show you kind of the evolution of the pictograph. Starts out 4,000 years ago, looking like what we look like a Y, a nail, and then the Ktav Ivri, which would have been about 3,000 years ago. You can kind of see the evolution there. In the Ktav Ashurit, that would have been the time of the Messiah. So 2,000 years ago, Yeshua, this is what he would have seen if they were to write Hebrew. It's very similar to what we have today in the modern Hebrew, the book type. Its letter, or excuse me, its Gematria, or numerical value, is 6. So if you are Hebrew and you write the number 6, it's a Vav. That's what you're going to do. It's 6, is Vav. And so you can see there's going to be some spiritual connotations and connections that we're going to make because all numbers have meaning in Scripture, all right? So, meaning of the word Vav means hook, okay, or nail. It's the connecting force between heaven and earth. If you go back to the Aleph that looks like an X, you have the Vav that goes down diagonal, and you have 2 yods. Power. Power in heaven, power on earth. It is the nail that connects them. Okay? The head of the house understands the connection between heaven and earth is the nail. Isn't that cool? It's the 6th letter in the Torah. Check this out. The 6th letter in the Torah is Vav, and meaning that it's related to all men. Okay? It is the 6th letter, in particular, the 1st and 2nd Adam. Because it's the 6th letter in the Hebrew alphabet, we immediately know that the number 6 is connected to man, which tells us that the Vav is connected to man. Okay? Now let's discover a little bit deeper on how connected that Vav really is. This, of course, is the nail. If you are a believer in Yeshua, then you know when I say a nail, this should be what you think of. It is the nail that connects heaven to earth. Now, I chose this picture not to be graphic whatsoever, because I believe that some of us don't fully understand the depth of why he had to be nailed to a wooden cedar beam. It wasn't a cross, it was a cedar beam, okay? And so why would he have to be nailed? Because truly, it is the Vav, that nail, the hook. Nails do what? We use nails for everything. It connects 2 objects. That nail, that Vav, is connecting heaven, that which is divine, Yeshua, to something that comes from the earth, wood. It is the Vav that is connecting the Aleph to the Beit. Because it is the Aleph, the head of the household, that lives in the house that's made of wood. It is the Vav that connects all of those things together. Come and join us as we travel back in time 4,000 years ago to discover exactly where the holidays of Christmas, Easter, and even Valentine's Day come from. Why do we celebrate the birth of Jesus on December 25th? Whose birthday really is on December 25th? Where did we come up with December 25th? Where did the star on top of the Christmas tree come from? Where did the Christmas tree itself come from? Where did St. Nicholas come from? Are we sure that St. Nicholas even existed? Have you ever wondered where the famous phrase, ho, 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 comes from? It comes from the late 1600s when they used to have plays, and before the devil would come on stage, he would announce himself by saying, ho, ho, ho. Did you know that original Santa's elves weren't little guys that made toys? They were Krampus demons that would punish the children if they weren't good for that year, while St. Nicholas would give them gifts if they were good.
Who is the Easter Bunny? Where do we get Easter eggs from? Why do we celebrate Easter on the first Sunday after the vernal equinox? Did you know that Christmas was illegal in the United States until the mid-1800s? Can we celebrate these holidays according to the Bible? This is by far the most popular video on the internet on the history of Christmas and Easter. This video has changed hundreds of thousands of people's lives, and it will change your life too.